Hello students, my name is Kumari Neha. I am working at Bharati Dasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Arkonam, and the topic for today which we are going to take is from class 6th standard and it is from physics, and the name of the lesson is measurement of length. So here we are going to see how the length is getting measured and how it really got originated. Okay, before going into the chapter, first let's see what are all things we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay. So, in this chapter we are going to learn about what is exactly length, the definition of length and how the length is having a basic unit system. Later on we will discuss about how the measuring of objects can be done by a ruler or even a thread. So, let's go to the chapter, kids. So, in measurements, what generally is happening is, for example, just imagine you are going from a particular place, for example, from your home to school you are going, right? So, how much distance you have covered, that is from your home to the school, how much distance you have covered, how you will measure it. So, for measuring that particular place or the distance between one end, that is school, to one end, that is home, how much length is there, that length is known as a distance. Then distance only can be discovered by many different things, that is a tape can be used, a meter scale, oximeter and even vernier caliper. So here there are different instruments, the length between a bigger particle or a smaller particular place. Okay. So one more thing we are going to discuss here is mass. So just imagine you are going to a shop. In that shop you want to buy some kind of fruits, for example apple. So this apple, when you are buying it, how much you will buy? Will you buy it one apple, two apple or even dozen? What is dozen, kids? Dozen is how much? 12 apples. So tell me how you will weigh that. You should know, right, how much amount you are taking. So for that we need mass. So definition of mass is the amount of material or matter in an object. See, apple is there. That apple, when you are keeping it over a place, it will occupy some space. So that is why it's having some kind of weight, that is called a mass, and it can be weighed by a digital electronic balance or even a triple beam balance. So generally we use digital electronic, but triple beam balance is used for balancing, or you can call it as weighing very small particles. So here we are going to discuss how we are going to discuss the things and the way of little heavier particles. Okay. And third is time. For example, there is a race. So what is the Usain Bolt? He have covered the 100 meters, right? In how many seconds he have discovered? It's around 47, right? So 47 seconds is a record. So you just tell me, if you want to beat that record, what do you need? You need their timings. That timing is in seconds. So that particular time, if it is lower, then you can beat the record of Usain Bolt, right? So here, to measure the difference between the timings, or you can call it duration, that is known as time. So time can be measured by digital timer, watch which you are wearing, and even a stopwatch. So whenever you are measuring in smaller time meter, that is a seconds, you will use a stopwatch, so that every second is being counted. And here the temperature. Imagine you people are going to a hospital and you feel that your body is a little warm. So just by touching your head, you will not get to know that how much temperature is there, right? The doctor will take a thermometer and place it over in your mouth. Then only he will get to know what exact temperature is your body. So for that we are using thermometer, and thermometers are of different kinds. This is a normal thermometer which we generally use in hospitals or any other places, and here they can be divided into three parts, that is it can be a degree Celsius, Kelvin and Fahrenheit. Okay. Generally in India, what do we use? We use degree Celsius. So my body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, we will say like that. If we have fever, it can be above 100 degrees Celsius also, right? Same way, but internationally if you are comparing, they will compare it with Kelvin, right? Now let's see here. So as we're talking about length in this chapter, we should know exactly what is the definition of length. So the definition of length is a measure of how long or wide something is. For example, this pen. Now this pen, how long it is or how wide. Wide means how broad it is. To measure that, we need a unit. So that unit is a length. So that is why here we are using length. And it can be measured how? It can be measured in ruler, measuring tapes and even sellotapes, right? So here how many things we are seeing? Sellotape, a ruler and using a thread we are going to measure few things, okay? So now you tell me why we need a standard unit. Okay, Anjana, you tell me why do we need a standard unit for a length? Yes, you are right. Why we need a standard unit? Because previously in history they used to do 3 or 4 different types of measurements. So one is outstretched. Outstretched arm means they are taking this finger or this hand, the distance between this point to this point is called an outstretched palm. So an outstretched palm is generally 19 centimeter. For example, students, can you tell me the distance between these fingers and your finger will be same? No, right? So that is why here we need a standard unit, so that can be measured by everything, and then there will be some equivalency. We can do the comparison, or else children will have small hand, elders will have big hand, so this distance will vary. Same way here, a foot length. Foot length means, this is example a foot. The length of this place, that is the longest finger in your leg, and to the knee, or you can call it as the toe and the knee difference, is known as a foot length. Then later on, the foot length or that foot length is FOOT, foot length, and above was feet length, okay. So distance from this part to this part, this is the longest finger part, is known as a particular foot, or you can call it as a 1 foot. So that generally for elderly people it will be 45 centimeter. Now this can be known as arm length, because here is arm. So this arm length from this distance to this distance, right? Same way we are using yard length. So what is a yard length? Yard length is this finger, I am keeping it here to my nose and I am stretching my hand till here. So the distance from my nose, that is the body of the center, to the end, that is the biggest finger, the longest finger, that distance is known as yard length, okay. So yard length is different for everyone, so that is why we need a standard unit. So here we are discussing a standard unit is a unit which is discovered by many scientists sitting together, and they have discussed what can be the main particular length, how they can measure the general units. So that is why a unit which is acceptable to the majority of people, that is not only Indians but outside people also, because they have a different body weight, or you can call it as different stretch, height will be smaller, height will be big. So that is why we are doing that. And a unit which is acceptable to majority of people as a basic unit of measurement, it is called a standard unit. So previously how we used to measure? There were 2 ways. One is customary and another is metric. So in customary there were 3, that is inch, foot and even yard. So yard I have explained, the distance from my nose, that is the center of the body, till the end of this finger, and foot is how much? Foot is 1 foot, that is the leg of or the length of your foot, and inch is, for example, a paper pin. The difference or that the distance between the paper pin is known as a inch. Same way, if you are coming to metric unit is having centimeter, meter and kilometer. So metric, in this centimeter, what they are saying is this index finger is known as pinky finger. So the distance in these 2 fingers, or you can call it as thickness of this finger, is known as 1 centimeter. But students, here again there is a problem that the thickness of my finger and thickness of your finger will be different. So that is why we need a standard unit. Same way, in meter. So meter is what? That is the door. The width of the door is the 1 meter, but in few houses you will see that distance is too long or it will be too short. So that is why we need a standard unit. So later on, what was the standard unit? So the standard unit of length is always measured in meters. So the definition of meter is, a meter is the length of the path travelled by light in the vacuum during a time interval of 1 divided by 3 million of a second. That is 1 divided by 3 million. 3 million is too long, right? Too much. So that part in which light is travelling, that is known as in 1 meter second. Okay. And here you can see in this diagram, students. In this diagram, this is a standard meter scale which is kept in foreign country, and they are saying that historical international prototype meter bar. So this is internationally or historically it is confirmed, okay, and it is kept in Paris. It is made up of platinum and iridium alloy. Alloy means, alloy is a mixture of two different metals. Here what are the metals? Here it is platinum and iridium, right. So students, now let's discuss about the units. In units, you can see there are various units to measure a particular kind of length. So here the length is being divided into two parts. One is the multiple of length and another is submultiple. So multiple means when, how I told you, right, the meter is the standard unit. For example, you are going from one country to another country, the distance between that two cities you cannot calculate in meters because it will be too high and so many zeros will come in that, right. So here we need a standard unit, that is a multiple, and it is known as a kilometer. So here you can see that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. See here students, that is 1 by 1000 parts will be a meter. So there it's called a multiple. What it's called? It is called a multiple. Same way, here when we are discussing about different things, for example this pen I cannot take a meter scale and measure this, right. Even if I am measuring it, here the value will be so small because the meter scale is too long. So for dividing or finding the value of the small instruments or this pen or even the matchbox, we need a smaller unit. So that smaller unit can be centimeter, decimeter or even millimeter. So this pen, if I want to find the length of this pen, I can take a centimeter scale and easily find what is the centimeter, right. So that is why here centimeter to millimeter, meter to centimeter and meter to millimeter conversion is there. So all these conversion are known as submultiples of meter. What it is called? Submultiples, S-U-B multiples. Okay students, now let's see how is the conversion done. So if I need a centimeter, how I can convert that centimeter into millimeter, that is 1 centimeter will be equal to 10 parts of a meter or a millimeter. So that is why I have written here 1 centimeter will be equal to 10 millimeter. For example, here I am making a length, right. For example, I take this length as 1 meter or you can call it as a 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is divided into 10 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and here we will extend 9 and 10. So these are the 10 equal parts, okay. Now this 10 equal parts, here each part notifies as 1 millimeter, okay. So 1 centimeter will always have 10 millimeter. Same way next, in 1 meter you will have 100 centimeter, that is 10 times more than millimeters. So 1 millimeter will be very small. Same way, if you are taking 100 centimeter, easily you can convert that into a meter. That is why we are saying that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, that is 1/10th or 1/100th part of a meter scale. Same way here, when we are taking meter into millimeter, now we know centimeter is 10 millimeter and 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So, here 1 meter we have written as 100 centimeter. So, 100 when we do multiplication with 10, because each part of centimeter is having 10. So, 100 into 10 will be 1000 millimeter, right students? Now, let us discuss the second part of this lesson. Now, I have told you how the multiple of centimeter and meter is there, right? So, here I have taken meter as a standard unit. So, if I need to convert it, how I will do it? So, this side it will be multiples and that side is submultiples, right? Now, if I need a kilometer, I have to convert it into a meter. What I can do is, this kilometer value I can multiply with 1000. If I am multiplying it with 1000, I will get the value as meter. Same way, meter I want to convert it into centimeter. This centimeter I can multiply with 100 meter and I will get the value of centimeter. Same way, centimeter to millimeter I can do the multiplication of 10 and millimeter will come. Same way, if we want to go to the reverse process. In the reverse process, millimeters, if it is divided, here we have multiplied, right? So, next time we have to just divide. Students, here main thing is, you should know what is the sequence. So, sequence is from bigger to smaller. So, bigger will be kilometer, meter, centimeter and millimeter. So, how you can remember? You can remember like, first it will be 1000, 100 and 10. Once if you remember this value and the sequence, easily you can convert it. Okay students? Now, you should know why and how this English system got originated. Now, what is an English system? English system is previously time how the people used to measure things. So, here you can see 1 foot. I told you about the foot distance. So, this is the 1 foot. Inch is the difference from this particular starting to the end, or you can call it as to the cut of a thumb, that will be 1 inch. Later on, yard from center part to that part. Cup is a normal cup which we are taking, and gallon. Gallon is what? Gallon is a type of bucket in which how much quantity of water is coming, that is known as 1 gallon of water, right? So, that is why here we wanted a specific particular type of a measurement. So, now let us see how to do the measurement properly. Okay students? Now, here what I have done is I have taken a scale. Below that I have kept a wooden block. Now, in this wooden block, if you are seeing, I want to find what is the length of this block and I have kept the scale. Now, the first person A is looking from the other side, that is not from the above but from the side. Then he or she will see the measurement as 5.7 centimeter, that is 5.7 centimeter of that rod, or you can call it as wooden block. Same way, the third person is also seeing from a wrong side. So, he will see the measurement as differently, that is 5.5 centimeter. So, but the second person is very smart. He is seeing the measurement from the above, that is directly, or you can call it as perpendicular. When he is seeing perpendicular, he is getting the measurement as 5.6 centimeter, and there is one rule to find out what is the weight or what is the length of a particular object. So, whenever you are seeing the perpendicular length, you will have a correct error, or you can call it as it will be error free. So, that is why this person have done the correct measurement of the wooden scale, right. So, the rule which is in which we have to look above, that is perpendicular to the length, or else we will have a wrong measurement like A and C. Now, let us do an experiment kids. Now, in this experiment you can see that The aim of this experiment is to measure the thickness of the coin using a centimeter scale. You know what is a coin and you know what is a centimeter scale, right? So here I have kept the centimeter scale. Here I have placed 10 coins, small 5 rupees coins, okay. Now these 5 rupees coins are 10 in number and they have taken the length till 2.8 centimeter, okay. Now I need to find what is the thickness of my one particular coin. So how I can do is, the calculation here you can see that the thickness of one coin will be calculated as 2.8, that is this length, divided by the number of coins, then you will get 0.28 centimeter. Here you are getting centimeter because this is a centimeter scale, and then the centimeter you want to convert in meter. So what you have to do? Multiply 0.28 into this value 10 and you will get 2.8 mm. Mm is what, children? Mm is millimeter, right? So this way we can find what is the length, or you can find what is the area of this particular coin. Second investigation. In the second investigation, you can see we have the aim as to measure the thickness of a wire using a centimeter scale. Now what they have done is, they have taken a pencil. To that pencil they have applied so many times the coiling of the wire and they have kept it down. So here you can see what formula here we are going to use is this formula. Okay. Now in this formula, one thing you can see that now the thickness of this particular wire, how you can find is number of turning of wires. So here the number of turning of wire is 15, that is 15 times they have rotated it, okay. And what is the length in centimeters? So length in centimeter, here it is 0.8 centimeter, okay. Now let's do the calculation here. So thickness will be, here number of turning is how much? It is 15 divided by the centimeter length. So here centimeter length is 0.8 centimeter. Now this is in decimals. So I want to convert it into millimeters. So this millimeter I can write it as multiply by 10 and I will get the value as 15 divided by 8, that is 8 mm. Now when I am doing the calculation, what value of the thickness I will get is, thickness will be equal to 1.87 mm, that is millimeters. So students, you can ask me, ma'am, why you have used as millimeter here? Because the millimeter, here we have converted it, right? So that is why we are telling the thickness of our wire is 1.87 millimeter, right? Now let's come to the next one. So in the next one, you can see that here what we are going to do is, we are going to take a thread and a curved surface. So aim of this is to measure the length of a curved line using a thread. So this is the thread and this is the curved path. So in this curved path, we are making the points as P and R. Now I am taking the thread and I am tying it over the point P. Later on, one by one, I have to just go around it like this and go till the part R. Now after point from P to R, I will get the distance. Now this thread I can take it because it is flexible, right? Now this flexible, when I take it, I place it over a meter or centimeter scale, I will get to know what is the exact length of my thread, that is the curved surface, right? So this is also a procedure to find the length of a curved surface. Fourth one is an experiment to find the thickness of a curved surface. That is, here curved surface we have taken as wooden block. So it is round, right? It's like a cylindrical in shape. So again I am taking the thread, I am tying it around it and I got a point. So that point can be P to PQ. Then later on, when I open it and I place it over this, I will get the exact diameter, or no, it's not a diameter, it's the circumference, right? The thickness, this thickness we can get and we can find how thick it is. And last experiment is, in this we are going to find the diameter of a spherical object, for example tennis ball. So here you can see that I have taken two blocks. In these two blocks in center I have kept a tennis ball. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am taking a meter scale. So this meter scale I have kept it below. So I will find a distance from one part to another part, that is, here you can call it as from part, this is part A and this is part B. So here my centimeter length is 4 centimeter and here it will be 6 centimeter. So if I need to find the diameter, the formula here it will be B to find the thickness, or you can call it as diameter, it will be B minus A. So here what is B, kids? B is 6 minus 4. So 6 minus 4 is how much? It is 2 what? Centimeter. So here it is 2 centimeter. So the diameter of our ball is 2 centimeters, students, right? I hope you have understood what are all things we have discussed in this class, and let's go and understood that what are all things we have discussed about the length, the measurement of length, SI unit of length and these investigations. So students, after going through all of these, just go in the description box, go back in that, see the study material, question bank and self-assessment. When you are going to self-assessment, you have to see how much you have understood this lesson, right? I hope you have enjoyed the session. Bye bye, kids.
நளினி அமிர்தாவோட ஃபாதர் ப்ரீகேஜிலேருந்து 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிறாங்க. இப்போ அது 5:30 to 6:30 வந்து கிரவுண்ட் ரன்னிங் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு பாடி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு அப்படியே ஸ்கூல் அட்டன் பண்ணிவிட்டு மத்தியானம் மேலே மதர் தெரேசா அகாடமிலையும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. மெட்ராஸில் MEMலும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நேஷனல் லெவலில் வந்து கோல்டு அடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்லேயும் சரி ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறது